massive headwinds for the U.S. economy. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. It's going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Let's jump back on the economic merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Scott, not the ugly. I only examine rainbows and sunshine and lollipops.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the cracks, and we've got some cracks to look through today, my friends. Welcome to the show. Here's the thing, my friends. The economy clearly is being put through the biggest stress test ever witnessed in human history. Those are the facts. We've never had an asset bubble like the one that took place, and there was no organic growth. It was market manipulation, and that is dangerous. But this is all courtesy of the crisis. Not for the crisis, we're not talking. So the big challenge for us, friends, is the economy now is just completely going sideways. Are you seeing it? I sure am. In fact, we're going to go out here in a minute and take a look and see what's going on with the real economy. It is not doing well. Most people are oblivious to this. Unless you've lived through a boom-bust cycle as a bill-paying adult, you're hearing this, but you're not quite understanding the severity, the magnitude of the waters we're now swimming in. So to drive our point home, let's jump out, take a look at a local California mall and see how they're behaving. Then we're going to meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, friends, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, and maybe even put on an economic face mask if you can find one, because we're about to look at the real economy. And this is, in fact, all a result of face masks, basically. Had we not had the face mask issue, we would not have the issue we're about to look at today. And really, this is shocking as we read between the lines and look between the economic cracks. Retail was already in big trouble prior to the crisis, but when the crisis came along and shut down these stores and malls, it had a lasting hangover effect, clearly. And this is a big issue, friends, because these are behemoth malls all over America that are doing this. This is scary. I mean, this is summertime. This place needs to be full of people. You cannot afford to rent or lease these spaces without a consistent flow of people coming through. And as you can see, it is not looking good. It is a trickle at best, and people are closing their doors left and right. They're falling like dominoes. Prior to the crisis, there was already a slowdown in the retail environment, primarily from online shopping. The internet's a great thing. Unfortunately for retailers and brick and mortar, not so much. But we are seeing a big shift happening right now in front of our very eyes. Most people are completely aware of what's really going on with the economy. This is really a disaster waiting to happen, because if we start losing big commercial properties like we're seeing right here, this is going to cause another massive recession. Even in the 2008 era recession, we saw nothing like this. Even where the city that I live, they have shut down the main street so they could open sidewalk cafes, but then they left the street shut down. If you own a business, you want as many eyeballs on your store as possible. And when you restrict it to foot traffic, you're restricting its visibility. It's so short-sighted. I just can't believe leadership. Like I always say, and you get to make up your mind, is this on accident that they're doing this or on purpose? You decide. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. But here is a beautiful mall, but it just had an eerie feeling inside it. It was so empty. In fact, it was almost 100-degree summer day, and it was almost as hot inside this mall as it was outside. They can't even afford to run the AC unit. I saw one worker basically walking around, and the worker was basically looked like somebody off the streets, really. I mean, it wasn't a high caliber person, and that's great, and that's fine. I mean, we should give more. I'm all about helping people, and we need to help people for sure. But this is getting really, really serious. I mean, look at this place. even as I'm narrating for you right now, I'm still as shocked now, if not more shocked than I was when I actually walked through this mall. Because for me, I have a trained eye. I look at real estate differently than the average person. And I know a lot of you are starting to do the same, courtesy of videos and YouTube channels like this that are showing you the real economy. And this is, in fact, the real economy. And it's like a tidal wave that's just sweeping through the markets. It's going to sweep through all the financial markets, the housing market, commercial markets. It's sweeping all through every single market. And here you go. I mean, there's a lot of malls that are performing right now, but clearly this is not one of them. And even the malls that are performing are on borrowed time. They're not performing at the levels they once were. And like I said, I mean, if these stores were not completely shut down with their doors closed, I mean, the employees, I saw them just sitting there, bored to death. And you cannot pay an employee to sit in an empty store. It just doesn't work. So this is a big, big issue going on right now. And again, I hate to say it because I use Amazon for just as much as most of you. Look at this. These are the vending machines. Gumballs for kids. We can't even keep gumball. Your gumball vendor is out. They're like, I'm out. Like, there's no money in this. Look at this. This is crazy. I saw some little kids walking by this thing, and there they are. They're like looking at it, and then they're like, done. I mean, the kid already had an ice cream, thank goodness. Good for that mom for getting them an ice cream on this hot day. But look at that. I mean, that's not a good sign. I mean, you got to at least have your gumball machines filled with gumballs. Now, I had a really good time. I did a little road trip and vacation, Yosemite, Bass Lake, which a lot of you have watched the channel know that I was sidelined for a while. So it was fun for me just to be out and about, which was great. But again, as somebody who works in real estate, loves real estate, owns real estate, I can't help but be a little concerned when I see this happening to the economic health of our country. And like I said, this pandemic is having a lasting effect, a hangover. There's still a lot of people, like I've always said, it comes down to the psychology of people, the psychology of sales, trained in both. I know once people start to see, like even me, like they were blowing out shirts for $2. And I didn't even want to buy a $2 shirt. Nobody, if you can't even sell a $2 shirt at a loss, I mean, that's not good. That is bad. Here's Kohl's. So the other anchor store was completely boarded up, done, gone. Kohl's was pretty much a ghost town. They were getting most of their business from doing Amazon returns. They had a desk where you could do your Amazon returns in Kohl's. And I was almost embarrassed to be filming because I just feel so bad for the people working here because I know they're on borrowed time. And the job market is already in trouble. And this is clearly not going to help. And again, this is courtesy of places like Amazon and even Walmart. It's just become a manufactured environment that we live in, order online, and unfortunately it's going to have a massive impact on our economy. As we can see here, this is not a good look for a department store. Let's get back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back, and there you go. This is the real economy, my friends, and it is not looking good. I was on vacation, Yosemite, Bass Lake. It was great to be on vacation. Absolutely, thoroughly enjoyed it. But my eye, I just couldn't help but see the for sale signs, people dumping vacation homes. It's all happening right in front of us. This is, in fact, what I warned about early on during the euphoria, even as a real estate agent. As much as I love real estate, I just knew anytime the market exhibits bubble behavior, it typically is going to pop. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy that wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. America, welcome to the swimming pool. This is all courtesy of the crisis. Most of this stuff would not be happening right now if it wasn't for the crisis. We dumped way too much stimulus into the engine of the economy. It was, in fact, nitroglycerin. And anytime you put a nitroglycerin into an engine, it runs pretty good for a little while, but eventually it blows. I would never suggest to anybody to do anything that I'm not doing or willing to do myself. Insulate yourself. Expect the unexpected. It's clear now what's going on. I don't want you to be a deer in the headlights if and when this economy goes into recession. There's a lot of deals right around the corner. There's a lot of areas it's safe to buy right now, but there's a lot of areas that are not. That's why I always want you to get with me, a real talking, straight talking real estate agent that's willing to put your needs before my own. Until then, I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It would be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.